this is my main.
Still just building my brand. I'm doing a coaching certificate at the moment. I've got some clients that I work with for my healing sessions. I've got adding things about cold shower and cold immersion, and trying to have a like a else for the day. Are they doing, drinking the water, etc. Just so that it's a 360 holistic approach for them and their health. And then, as you know, my plans changed. I was hoping to be back in Australia by now, so I haven't been. We're still in lockdown here in London. So now we're just coming out of that and getting ready to be able to host some sessions, but I'm doing mine so that it's sort of meditation and breath and healing of different offerings, not just the breath, which is obviously what your focus is. So
yeah, but today is more business, it's not really about the content. So what do you feel you need help with?
Actually, I utilize the platform that I've told you about before. So they do everything for us in the mentorship side and community side. So I'm confident in that space, that I've got what I need. I was liking this breath tribe connection because it was like different people to speak with and to hear what they were doing. I see that people are doing different sessions. There's obviously a whole brand new people that just came through your latest training. So I was just trying to see if there was stuff that they were doing that I could learn from, and then how to adapt that in. But something I do struggle with is the music side. But that's just more practice and confidence. But again, that's content, that's not business. So I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. To answer your question, watch the recording of this morning, which I posted.
Okay.
Because we had 2-hour session where you had, each one sharing their business website and all the links there in the notes, so you can see all that. On music, the man is Carson or Jason. Those are the two music heroes. We have tons of playlists available. So you had that in
ones that we can just use that aren't subject to copyright or anything.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. If you want to upload online, it's a recurring problem, the copyright aspect. So the main problem is uploading on YouTube, because then you get blocked.
Okay.
That's the main copyright issue. I don't think people care. I mean, you do, in full integrity, you're right to care about having, but most people don't really care about copyright from a moral standpoint, but more from a practical standpoint of having their videos blocked by social media.
Okay.
So that's the main copyright. Usually when people talk about using music that is copyright free, mostly it's from a practical perspective. It's not a moral one. But if you don't care about, uploading on YouTube, you go to yoga centers or gyms around the world, they don't care. They just play the music they want to play.
Yeah, no, I get that. So yeah, sorry, I am actually here. I'm just not dressed. I'm out of bed. So yeah, for some of them it was I've now uploaded some videos onto YouTube to a private link, so I know how to do that. That I only just did that last week though, so that's like something new. And then the music was the next step. And I knew that Gianni had sent through, because he had some trouble when he did his session for us, that it was cutting out because of the music. So that was something I was just like wanting to explore, as to get the tracks to go from track into track so that it's seamless, and then also the copyright thing. So there were just some hurdles that I've been like
so I think you need to Google when you do a search on YouTube, just put copyright free as a keyword, and then whatever type of music you want, and then you'll get some playlists and sounds you can use. And in Spotify, you can have an option in the settings so that there is an overlap of a number of seconds between two songs, which you can predefine. So
okay. Yeah, I knew there was a way. I just hadn't done it yet, so that's good. I didn't realize it was in Spotify there. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
And you can decide. And usually, what I hear is people use 10 to 12 seconds overlap.
Okay.
That's it. And make sure you pay so you don't have advertising. And yeah, that's that.
Okay.
As you mentioned, your experience, and you're pretty busy, aren't you?
Yep.
Because you could have the other way around, when you see, don't hesitate when you watch the recording, if you feel you can contribute to the members and have some feedback on their website or feedback on their offering, and if you're, it doesn't have to take too much of your time, but I think it's also good the other way around to say, hey, I'm happy to come and that's what I'm happy to offer. So don't hesitate to do that as well. It's always nice. And Marta,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's different ways available. Like if people want to be able to use like some of the stuff I've used for the trainings to help them get set up, they can. I just I thought that was that you preferred me not to mention it, so I stopped mentioning it.
What the part that I was not comfortable after a while is to push for people to sign in on a paid program. But I think as long as it's free, useful resources or clearly communicated, that's a coaching business. That's okay. But you know what? I'm more interested in us supporting one another and building, and almost as an excuse, to create connection and deeper connection among us and have the business.
Well, I'm building some free resources on my website, which is like books to download and other bits and pieces for links that they might be able to use. So I'll and then how to find your soul avatar and stuff like that. So I'll share those links and then they can see if that helps them if anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And I, again, mindful of your time. So whatever you feel comfortable and you want to share.
Yeah, that's cool.
Welcome, Marta. Okay, so is there anything else, Megan? I saw that you turn off, but is there anything else you needed?
No, not really. Just music is my biggest hurdle for the session. So I think once I overcome that little confidence thing, then I'll be okay. I'll be more okay. And
I can tell you that from my side, I haven't overcome it. And what I love is to not put music at all.
Okay.
And I find that in some ways, you need to check in with yourself whether some people use music to hide and just say, all right, the music is doing the work that I don't have to do. And it's not coming from a place of support of your work, but just say, all right, it's the music, the hero, and it's a music journey. And is it doing, you do that because you're a bit shy, or where it's coming from? And I know that sometimes the whole idea I find in breathwork is to feel the energy of the space holder, and music is not your energy; it's someone else's creation. So it's everyone have their opinion on it, but play with. I like to have sometimes no music at all and just let people in their own world, because then if I put music, I'm projecting an emotion, I'm projecting a sensation. I'm telling you, okay, this is how you should feel because the music is getting you there. But not putting music it's your experience now. You're breathing and you're going into your feelings. You're not getting into the predefined emotion associated with a vibration that I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just things to think of.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think also it's been a bit of a journey for me. I realized that like through some of it, I thought I always had to have the softer healing type music. And then I actually really liked the hang drum type music. And then Carson's one that he had recently had almost like a dance track in there. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. So like it made me realize that there's no rules and that we can just do whatever we want. So
the best yoga class I had in my life was a guy playing the Rolling Stones.
okay.
You know, so you know, it's and probably the next day I would have hated it. So it also depends on you and how you feel that day and what you are open to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's not like you're the same every day and you want the same every day. So
yeah.
The
other thing, can I ask a question about the Telegram memoration group? Is that allowed here?
Yeah, of course.
In the WhatsApp group, we used to be able to like star messages, so that they were, you know, you could go to them easily, and you could delete all the messages to clear the chat. So because when it's just like all the chit chat stuff, it just gets a bit messy. But in Telegram, I haven't found a way to do that. I can pin the messages, but you can't delete, because when you go to delete, it just says, are you trying to save space and do you want to cache? And then it doesn't let you actually delete. Have you found a way around that?
So I am new to Telegram.
And if there's not a way around it, in the admin, okay, yeah, same. If there's not a way around that, in the admin group, delete those old Zoom links, and we just keep like what is the recording in there. And then that makes it easier for things to be found.
Cool. I will take note of that and ask the admin of the month to take action. Thank you for that.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So I think, Camila, I make an assumption that you're happy to be observing again. Yeah, same as this morning, energy, got it. So Marta, just to give you a little bit of context, the idea every month is to have a 2-hour session, morning and afternoon, so everyone can join on their time zone. And hopefully, like, you know, Camila was there this morning, but hopefully more will join after they enjoy this, where we talk business. So we don't talk about, you know, breath work, but, you know, the business side. So, you know, how do I, and getting feedback from the community on whatever you want. What do you think of my website? I price this way. What do you think? And I'm marketing. So kind of a space for us to connect on a business level and initiate conversation that can happen after outside the container of the Zoom call. So that's the intention. So we're just 4 of us today, so we have plenty of time. So I want to give you now the space for sharing what's going on in your business. You're welcome to share your screen and show us your website. And yeah, we're here to support. You're muted. You're muted. Okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. Actually, I'm not to share the website yet because the website is not done and I'm really not prepared for this conversation. But yes, I can actually maybe say some few things. So I'm having a bit of a trouble. Like right now in this coronavirus, like how to get these groups going, like how to organize, where actually I can like market. I start market on a Facebook groups, which sometimes in yoga Facebook groups, and it's sometimes working. So one day for 1 week I was having like 40 people. But that's the only place where I know how, like, where I can actually market it, and it works well. But it depends from the person who is a moderator of the group. So sometimes they're gonna let you in, sometimes they will not post your post. But besides that, yeah, like I have no clue actually where to start with. I know like Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
Camila, you want to take that one?
No, I'm not quite sure either. I really struggle on where to start because my following us on Instagram, but then I see everyone having a website. So I'm like thinking, okay, should I do that? Is that how I get started? I don't know how to get it started either, so I can't answer that, but I'm happy that you asked the question as well.
Megan?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you hear the question?
No, sorry, I was filling up my water bottle. Can you say it again?
Go ahead. If you can, Megan, it would be amazing if you could be present. That would be awesome. Marta, go ahead.
Okay.
Alex, but I would like to ask you, because I saw you were having amazing breathing class like this weekend. Yes, it was like 50 people over there. So mostly it was like a internet connection, or you were doing some in Bali, some advertising in, I don't know, some places where the people are coming to.
So the question for Megan was around how do you market yourself? How do you communicate? How do you put the word out? So I find that Facebook and Instagram are just working if you pay for it. I really have no success, not much of a success converting, and I'm getting tired of it. So I'm moving towards a Telegram group. So that's the general energy. As much as I will have, you guys, we had a chat, Marta, we had a chat. I will keep it super. I have to do it, so I will do it. But what works for me is really interpersonal connection with people, having a good database and good connection on the database with people. And I will see with Telegram how to get people to choose to join. So I'm not adding people to the group. I'm giving them the opportunity to join. And there I'm going to share some content and interesting things that I'm doing and interesting things that I'm reading, with the hope that people will also be interested in also what I do. Now, what I'm really good at is hacking other people's followers. So this weekend, it was not my event. It was ecstatic dance at Udara, and no one came for Alex. They didn't even have my name. They came for ecstatic dance, and I happened to be the bozo before ecstatic dance. Camila was in the room, and it's good for me. It's amazing for me because I don't want to speak to people who know me. I don't want my followers to join my events. For me, all those events are opportunities to sell my paid programs. So I want people, and I don't get paid for it. So it's free events, but I do a lot of free events as long as there are a lot of people. And I reach out to people that have a lot of followers on Instagram, on Facebook, and I offer them to interview them. So tomorrow, day after, I'm doing, and I did last week too, I do a lot of live on Instagram where I interview people who have the same target audience than me. So, and I am getting their followers. So every time, and the secret is I never talk about me. It's always talking about the person, because everyone wants to talk about themselves. So if I reach out to you, say, hey, I love what you do, and I love what you said on that. I would love to hear more about it. And then they usually say yes, because ego is stronger. And then I get them, and then the secret is they start the live on Instagram, and I join their live. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not my live, it's their live. Why? Because when it's their live, it will be better. That's the algorithm of Instagram. It will be more seen by their followers. If I start, it will be mainly promoted to my followers. I found that sometimes I have someone with 20,000 followers, which is a lot for me, and I get 8-10 people to join the call because it's me who initiated it. But I can have 100 people in a live if I join their events. So the good thing with this is I will plug a little bit about me here and there. And a lot of people are curious about you, so they check out your profile. So that is That's what I do at the moment. But I would say what has worked for me is I use business WhatsApp also. And I recommend you create a business account on WhatsApp. I'll share my screen. Because with a business account on WhatsApp, so this is my account, you can see I can put some stickers. You see that? You see my screen? So Dan, he is in a category, and I can organize people by stickers. So when I did my training, I said, people, I'm waiting for their money. And this is now a list of all the prospects, all the people that I think could be, who said they're interested. So now they're organized in categories. So it's super easy to come back to checking my messages and know who to, you can organize the way you want, but then you can message them on regular basis. I found that people respond more to private messages than in group messages. So sometimes I've created groups, but I really don't get that much traction from the group messages that I do. Even with you guys, when I send a group message, I get nobody. But if I send you a private message, then you feel you have to reply. Yeah, it's just the way we operate.
I'll add to that if that's okay.
Of course.
I haven't used WhatsApp Business, so that's good to see that it's done that way. I did take it on at one stage and then I took it off. But I use Facebook and Instagram and only organically, not paid. And I have a Facebook group for which I speak to people inside there, and I do lives and I do posts, and then I let people get to know me that way. But it's all free, and sometimes I feel like I'm just giving too much away for free in there. So it's a tricky balance to find, I would say, if you do take that option.
I think the key
I found that some people are talking beautifully about some subject. Sorry, go for it.
No, I think the key is to build community. One, and just to finish, and then whatever platform you use, I don't think there, it depends where you put your energy. As long make sure you focus somewhere and then put your energy there. So go ahead, Martha.
I actually saw that Megan, I'm just replying for Megan's thing. I saw that a lot of people who are doing the courses, they not really giving so much techniques, and they're not really giving for the people so much information, but they're talking about it around. So they're gonna do like, I don't know, 30 minutes, and they're gonna brief with people, I don't know, 15 minutes or 20, but the rest they're talking about the experience. And I think that's a good way to do it. Not to do like 1 hour super duper amazing session, because then everybody is coming. Because right now I'm following some few guys from Poland who are actually doing the breathwork, and this guy is selling basically teacher courses. So of course there's a perfect situation for him, and he will sell the breathing class, like he will do the breathing class for 1 hour, because he want to get the people for 3-month course. But for us, when we are trying to reach the people for 1 hour session, if we're gonna be giving the free breathing sessions, then they're gonna kind of lose the value, isn't it? Or no?
Well, yeah, so for me, because I have my Facebook group and I just talk about holistic health, I do like a Wellness Wednesday where I talk about a different topic on that day. I go live in the group on Tuesdays. I speak about my own personal experience with breath. So I'll talk about like the training with Alex, or a session that I did, or some trauma release I had from a particular session. So I'm speaking more about the benefits I gained from it, just saying, would they be interested in learning more? And then people comment on the post and say yes. So it's more sharing my experience from a personal level there. And that those different techniques that we use, the different breath types and stuff.
I can speak to that. Just before that, I'm writing in the chat some keywords, because after that I'm going to save the chat and put it in the notes, so it's easy for me to have that in the notes of the YouTube video. So I'm going to do that every time, so it's easy for us to for anyone who is watching after to keep track of the conversation. Okay, so the key when we do breath work is safety. How do you create safety? Because if people, they will work with you because they feel they can experience transformation and they feel they can feel safe with you. So having a space where you share your knowledge and your energy and you put yourself is the way to go. So you don't have to do free breathwork session. You can do a talk. You can do a game, an authentic relate, a circle. You can do, anything you want. That's why I do the interviews. You feel my energy, and people, when they see an interview, some people will decide, oh, I like his energy, I want to connect more with this guy, or not. But I don't do free breathwork session. But I have friends who do, and they do great. You're right. Most likely, you want to do your funnel. So you want to not give away the big thing right from the beginning. So, but you can have something away that you give. You can have a PDF with some stuff and tips on nutrition, or holding your breath longer, whatever is your thing. And create connection with the people. That's why when you do email marketing, they say you build a connection. So maybe you send 4 emails that are just about the connection and 1 email that is about selling, so that you are, and I'm not good at that, but that's what people tend to say. Does that help, Marta? A little bit? Yeah. And then there is one element which is our community. I think the community can do more than for each of us that it does. So putting it out there of what you do, and but at this stage you need to build yourself. So get out there, be seen. Don't worry about selling. Just be. Maybe you don't know what you're going to sell. Maybe people will ask you to do one-on-one coaching, and you're going to make money from coaching, not from the breath work. And then, this is, don't operate from scarcity. If I do this, I give away, then I will have nothing to give later. No. Just keep giving. If you get the numbers, get people, I would focus on that. And then if you want, you do it on donation, energy exchange, whatever. Anything else, Marta?
And I would like to ask about the classes, like whenever you're doing your sessions, do you have a lot of coming back customers, or it's basically like people are coming to experience it and then they're kind of out of it?
So I don't
like maybe you're not really focused on them. You're more focused on reaching some other people around.
So I'm not doing, when I was doing when I was operating as a business to the public, I was doing 9-hour workshop. I wasn't offering a 1.5-hour class ever. So when you do 9 hours on this, you don't need to do it. It's not the kind of thing that you want to do again. You've got it, you've done it, it's done. It's an experience. It's not a class. So it was never meant to be something that would get people to come back. That being said, I find it even better, because when people don't do something, then they talk about it. So I would get a lot of people by word of mouth say, oh, I've done this, and then they talk about it. And I always use a lot of things that people can have on them. So I had always these bracelets that I talked about during the training, so people could ask a question, and then they have they always thought about me because they're walking around, they're talking about, someone is talking about depression and, oh yeah, Alex, I have to tell you about Alex. So, you know, they always had this going. Now that I do this, like it was 1.5 hours this weekend, I had quite a lot of people who had already come to one of my events, but I didn't even put my name. It wasn't breathing cold. It was just Udara breathwork. So they didn't know it was me. So almost by accident, I think, or I shared it, but I didn't share it much because I didn't want the repeating. I wanted new people. I wanted to at this stage, I want to grow my database because I want to have an online course in a few months. So I'm focused on having potential clients for an online course that will be cheap, you know, $200-300, which will be ready in a few months. And I want to have that. So for now, I'm happy to give content, to do lectures and for free with that in mind. So I think having, I guess, some kind of a strategy of where you're going with it. And then what I've said also this morning, fail fast. Like don't stick to one. Like for me, I would say a good 70-80% of what I try is not working. So I try and then I'm okay. It doesn't work. I stop. It works. I continue. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, I think, a good approach because when I start to organize like the camps, when I'm organizing retreats, sometimes they were selling like in 2 days. I was having like sold out, but sometimes like there was no, like a lot of people were following it. I was having like 200 people who were thinking to go, but nobody emailed me. And it was not happening, you know. And then I was feeling like, oh my god, I don't know, maybe like they didn't like it. I was having the expectations from the people who were coming from the previous retreats that they're gonna join, and sometimes it's happening, they coming like 2 or 3 times, but then I was feeling like, oh, maybe I done something wrong, that they don't want to. And it's true, it's better to just disconnect, cut it off, and maybe it's not a date, it's maybe not a good time, or maybe I didn't give them enough time for.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You put it out there like you do. I do an online. I did a free online session once a week, Alex, for free breathwork, and I had nobody. After doing it for 2 months, I stopped because I was alone or with one person who was not interested in a Zoom call. But what is very important is the idea of law of attraction. If you don't feel that this is a great product and you've come and when you talk to me about your product, I don't feel your confidence, I don't feel it's a success, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to sense that you're not strong and I'm not going to trust you. So, but if I feel you super strong and that you are confident with it all, this shit really works. Like it's really inner work. You feel, oh my God, yeah, I'm good and this is great and people love and it's sold out. It's sold out. It's crazy. It's sold out. You haven't sold any yet, you know? And I'm feeling that abundance. It really, oh my God, woo! And this is how we're going to do it all and and it works. So it's really for you to shift energetically, and then people will feel it in your videos, will feel it in your interactions that you have it's really a confidence issue for me. And as long as I was there, not doubting myself and you want to, you come if you want, you don't want, you don't come. So I'm kind of not really giving you, it's like love, it's like a relationship, you know. If the guy doesn't want you, you don't want to go for a half committed guy, you know. It's the same. You want your coach to be wanting you. You want it, you want that person, you know, and I'm not saying I do it right, you know. Some people say I'm too pushy, so I'm working and I'm improving, and I'm not saying there that I embody that, but I really believe that it's inner work, the solution. Because if you are fully aligned, then you know what to say in your videos, you know how to communicate it, it flows, and in your interactions, you can close easily. That's why I tell everyone, focus on getting people on the phone. Don't try to sell online. People this morning, they were all selling, putting links to pay online for the sessions. I never done that, you know. Initially, even if, you know, you're selling a $15 session, get people on a discovery call. You know, you don't have a problem of time. So just say, all right, get on a discovery call and let me hear what's going on for you. And people, oh, wow. And you sell a $15, make money, even if it's $15, you know, just sell someone to join. Don't care. Don't think about the return on investment and the salary per hour. You know, don't think like that. It says, wow, I made money leading breathwork. Okay, great. You don't, and I have money in my pocket, even if it's 100,000 rupiah, you know, and then it will grow.
Okay, so I was having a bit shitty month, but I'm back after Easter, I think. So I promise to have my website ready in 2 weeks, because I think everything is ready. And I want to share, maybe I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who is selling the events for like Santander banks, and they selling like massive events right now. He's saying that right now everything is online. Nobody want to do anything in offices. So he said, okay, just do this website, get some reviews on the website, and I'm gonna start to sell first, like, you know, like the mechanics. That's what I was teaching for a long time. But this is, I think, will be amazing start to actually be selling the ice baths when everything gonna be open. So I think right now I'm just gonna focus more or like alchemy of the breath and mechanic breathing, and I'm gonna be trying to focus to collect the people for my online courses, and not online, for the ice baths courses when everything will be finished, and then like boom, and try to get the people from it. So and I think it's a good idea because it's gonna collect a lot of people.
And surround yourself with people who are in that high vibration. You know, just the people who are making you feel doubt about yourself, whether it's business around, or just cut them out. You know, get yourself in a positive.
But you know, Alex, it's so hard. It's so hard. It's not like Bali.
Stop. Stop, Marta. It's not hard. I go on Instagram and I connect with those guys, and then the guy I'm connecting to, he's in Los Angeles. And I love his videos and his energy. I reach out to him, you know. So don't tell yourself that anything limiting. And just find them and go and reach out to them. I mean, guys, you know, I'm not joking. I'm going to share my screen because you know, I am a big fan of Scott Carney. You know Scott Carney? What Doesn't Kill Us, The Wedge. You know, he's a really cool author, and he's the one who made his #1 book on Wim Hof is this guy, Scott Carney. And it's the Bible on Wim Hof method. He did and he got Wim Hof very famous because he did it before everyone. And, you know, I'm chatting all morning with the guy, you know, and I shared photos of me and my kid, and you know, and he's connecting me to do something in India, and all I did is that I recommend his work, and I love it, you know. And he actually, and I sent a photo, and he replied this morning, yesterday, and we actually share the same opinion about the Wim Hof organization, and we love the same people. And next thing, he's okay to do an interview with me, and he's sending me to really cool people. He has not seen my work. He doesn't know anything about me. He has not ever followed anything what I do. It's just that I just reach out to the guy. Same with Patrick McKeown in our training, guys. He's a rock star. is like a god of breath work, you know, and I'm nobody. I don't care. Just reach out, and I'm okay with being rejected. Okay, also, you know, I'm okay with people ghosting me and saying, oh, who are you? You're annoying me. Stop messaging me. Give me a break, you know? Who are you? I got that too, you know? And that's okay. I don't take it personal. You know, the please unsubscribe is what I receive the most in my mailbox, you know? But it's, I don't really care, because at the end, I just surround myself with people that have super high vibration, and I'm enjoying those connections. And the people that are bringing me down. That's why also I moved to Telegram, because when I posted photos of the event, that I had to delete them because people were attacking me. I received 28 messages of people telling me, "Are you crazy? People are dying around the world, and you're not social distancing, and I don't see anyone wearing a mask, and you know, I see people hugging. You are stupid, and you know." And I'm scared of being kicked out of Bali, you know, so I have to be careful. But that's why I moved to Telegram, because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with people with that. And at the same time, by taking a strong position, you attract people that are aligned with you. So get out there, put yourself out there in your raw authenticity, and find and again, you know, I've tried Facebook, don't really work. Instagram, I mean, it's still very much struggle for me, but I just keep true to myself, you know, and also don't have expectations. Really, something that I do when I went to Udara, they told me, Alex, we usually get between 50 and 100 people. That's why I joined for free. You know, I took my son for the weekend instead of having fun. It still worked for me, you know, it's not. And 2 minutes before we started, there were 10 people in the room. And I felt, fuck, you know. So it's important that you accept that you're happy with no matter the outcome, not be attached to the outcome. Like if I have one person who's coming and that's what we're dealing with, and this person has a transformation, I'm happy. Otherwise, you always want more. So being happy with what you have, you know, and if one person is happy with and I had some people who criticized the event. I received messages telling me what was wrong with the event and what they didn't like about it. So it's for me to come back and say, oh yeah, but you know, I made Camila cry, so I'm happy, you know. So it had an impact on one person. That's good, great, you know, and fuck everyone.
So yeah, I can see the point. It's better to stick at the moment with the online community and with the people who are having the good times, because here in Europe it's actually it's just, I think it's like you know, it's a vibration of the people. Like everybody is going through such a hard time, and I don't remember having like the hardest time ever. Like maybe like 7 years ago when I was in London, I was like, oh, I'm this positive person, you know. And whenever I'm selling my camps or retreats, like the people are coming because they can feel it. And right now, I was wondering, you know, like what I can offer to them, you know, how I can offer them the breathing session if I'm kind of broke as them, you know. So I was like, oh, I need to get my energy back, because if not, like I don't want to sell them something which is not coming straight from my heart, you know. Like I don't feel my power, so I doubt it that they can feel the power. At least I was doing the sessions, but it was a nightmare for me, you know. I was pushing myself to be like, yes, but inside I was like, fuck, I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to do it because it's not real. It's not real. I don't like, I like to share my energy. And when I'm actually doing like the breathwork session, if not, it was hard. But yeah.
You know, I can share something. Like in this training, partly was really hard for me when I tried to, you know, with the Europeans who checked out and who were against what I was doing, you know, towards something that is tangible to us. And part of me, I used a lot of my energy to get them. And at the end, it affected me. And I was quite depressed after the training. It really affected me. So I can 100% relate. And I think there are two ways to go about it. One, which I think is good in Europe, if you can do it, is to go at the level of your audience and bring them. Because if you are too high, your vibration is here, they are depressed and angry, and they don't relate to you. So if you lower yourself and you bring them up, that's fantastic. But that requires a lot of inner strength, a lot of personal practice, so that you are able to do it without being affected, that you are, grounded enough, strong enough, that you can go to compassion, and that's the best. And that's also something that marketing-wise is great. The other way, which I do this because otherwise I feel I'm going to get depressed. So it's almost from that perspective that I do it. Says, I'm going to do what I do, and if people feel aligned, then they will find me. And I don't think it's the best way, but that's the one that I feel is serving my mental health right now. And just try, just be human and try and see what you can and do your best. It's okay. It's not that it's. I don't think that all this is really scientific. We just do our best. Camila, do you want to share anything?
Yeah, I thought about that as well. If I can teach other people when I don't have everything figured out myself, and especially right now, I thought for my session next week, I thought, wow, such a good idea. I got it all planned out. This is working so well for me. And then yesterday, I did something just completely opposite of what I would recommend anyone to do. And I realized, like, wow, I don't follow my own advice at all. And this really got me thinking, okay, can I teach this to other people when I don't even follow what I say myself? And obviously I try to align with that always. And after that I reflect and I say, okay, in another situation, I'll do this differently. But yeah, I struggle with the balance between, I want to come from a place of being authentic and saying what worked for me. I don't want to pretend to know everything, because I don't. But yeah, it's hard.
My feedback is, I think, yes, you can, because you have awareness of it. And for me, that's really the only thing that matters. It's not so much that you are, it's amazing, and I'm the same, it's I don't believe it's ever possible to embody everything that you teach. And I don't think they do. When you look at all the scandal around one after the other, all these people that are coming out as superheroes, and then you realize they're completely fucked up in one form or another, and then you're disappointed. So I think we have it all wrong about this idea of having, being not, you're a human. You're human, and with that you have lust, you have anger, you have resentment, you have jealousy, and all those emotions that are just part of being human. And I think the key for me is awareness of it and compassion for myself. It's okay. I am the product of my education, of my story, of my experience, and fuck, I did it again. I was not able to be the person I wish I was. I'm aware of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 1 second. It's my celery juice delivery.
Who would problem, Martha?
Oh my God, I miss it.
Sorry, it's my keto bowl being delivered. My raw chocolate is at the door.
Yeah, my mom, when I came back to Poland, she said, like, oh my God, I don't know which words you're living in. It's like, Mom, I don't know how to do the laundry. Come on, you're 37 years. I'm like, I don't know. I don't do it for years. The things like that. Oh, the life in Bali is sweet. but yeah, I think I know what to do. I was just having a bad month, and I'm just hoping that everything is done, and I'm gonna start from today, pushing it, and it will be good. I was supposed to do the surf camp. It was a bit of a problem. The people were not replying. I was, they don't want it. But yesterday I was having the people start messaging me. So I said, today I'm going to reach everyone and try to take a bit of a money. So they confirming that they are coming, and that's it. Easy. But sometimes in your head, it doesn't sound so easy.
Yeah,
I think we just need to get into the action. And sometimes, yeah, as you said, like resentment, I think that's what is my biggest problem, because I was this very shy kid who was like really having problem to actually fit in. But so that's why I think I'm really scared of resentment, like, but if somebody gonna say me no, like if something is happening, like no. And I need to change this in my head, as I can see Camila as well, because she is not so how to say, she's not really believing in herself. I can believe in myself like 100%, but my problem is, I think the resentment part. So if I'm dropping something on the Facebook and I don't have like this group, which I sometimes have like 20 people say, oh my God, Marta, we're going with you. Then I'm like, oh no, like my life is finishing. I don't want to, like advertise it. I don't want to sell it, but maybe I just didn't reach them in the right way. Maybe I should give them a call, message them, or as you're doing.
It's not your fault. It's how you've been raised. It's the schooling system. It's all these things that are creating these insecurities. And I think the best piece of advice I can give is to ask for other people's perspective. Like when I was writing my messages, I sent it to Camila 5 times for her to correct it. And it was amazing, So it's also to not try to fix everything yourself, but just get people to give you some perspective and feedback. And that can be a real game changer, because that's another problem of our society. I have to sort out my life. I have to sort out my problems, and we do that all the time. At every level of our life, we don't feel we can ask for help, because asking for help is weak, and it shows that I am not a good teacher if I ask for help or any of that. That's just a story. It's just a story, and once you drop that story, you realize you can drop all the stories, everything. And I really want the community to help for that. So Marta, I invite you to use the group for accountability, because a few times you said, okay, by next week, So write it down, in the chat if you want. Says, okay, by this date, I will have a website, and this is the link to the website, so we can keep you accountable of that if you want. And then maybe, we can get someone to be accountable with you. So maybe someone says, okay, I would love to have you guys do accountability pairing. So someone in the community is actually, one person is checking on you and you check on that person. So
yeah, it would be good to have a project manager on the other side of the word, pushing you a bit. It's like, you didn't do it. But yeah, it will be amazing.
Yes, and that's the problem, because you are not an employee. It's easy to be an employee. You have a boss, he's kicking your ass, he's making you work weekends, you hate him, but shit gets done, So the problem when you're on your own is like, you're on your own boss, and that's not as easy. So I think accountability partners is a way to go, where you express and then someone can just check on you. And often what I find works best is to have consequences. So you commit to something, but there needs to be, a pay cut if you're not delivering. Otherwise, there's no motivation. So and a bonus, like in a business, like in any organization. So if I do my website in 2 weeks, I will spend, and I don't care, you know, I will allow myself a day in a spa. I will watch 6 hours. I will allow myself to binge 6 hours of Netflix, whatever it is that you don't allow yourself, or something pleasurable that you want to do. And if I don't do it, I will, and then you do something that really annoys you for 3-4 hours, you know, something like that, so that you have some, oh my God, pressure from the community. How does that sound?
Sounds amazing.
Right, so let's do it. Let's do it.
No,
Let's
it really sounds good.
Camila, are you up for it as well?
I will totally do it.
All right. So let's do it with the two of you. So Marta, tell us about your so we get something tangible. List your goal and like some things tangible. And Camila, while she does that, you can think of the same for you. And then I will ask you for what you want to get as a bonus. What is your bonus, your reward, and what is the penalty? Go for it, Marta. Megan, you want to say something before? Oh, she's gone. Okay, so go ahead, Marta.
So I want to have the site ready. It's crazy because, like, yeah, I can today actually tell someone to get ready. So the website ready, and if the website will be ready, my life will be ready for everything. So yeah, and if I'm gonna do it,
when is the date?
2 weeks. I needed 2 weeks. I don't know what is day today, 6. So in the end of the month,
20 April.
14?
By 20 April.
20 of April.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 20 of April. And if it's gonna work out, I'm gonna make myself a nice surf holidays just for myself. If not, what is gonna happen? I'm gonna offer free online breathwork classes for a week. And it's not but you know, it's good, but it's gonna be hard work because I will have to be there every day.
Every day
for
a week.
But
every day for
it's
a
hard
week.
to be every day over there.
Okay, good. That's a good one. All right.
I'm harsh on myself.
Camila.
I want to change my Instagram and post at least 6 posts. So the first 6 pictures are my new style related to breathwork. And I want to have at least 3 stories. One explaining what is breathwork, and one explaining what is ice baths, and okay, maybe 2 stories. Yeah, those 2 stories. I want to have that saved on my profile at the top. And I can do that in, I'd say 2 weeks as well. 1.5 weeks. By Sunday next week. Yeah.
Oh, let's meet together in 2 weeks. And then we're gonna have
So 17 April. And what is the name of the page?
My Instagram?
Yeah.
Camilla R. Jepsen.
It will be, you're going to delete all your posts.
I'm going to archive some of them. And then I'm going to keep the ones that fit with like my color theme.
So you're gonna use your current one.
Yeah, I'm gonna use I'm not gonna make a professional, like only with like a name. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use my personal one.
Okay, I'm just putting.
I have a friend here that it works really well for.
So goodbye holiday photos.
Yep, all of my tiny bikini photos, they're going away.
And what's the reward?
I get a massage. I give myself a massage.
You don't get massage usually?
No, it's because I want to get this like really expensive massage because I'm having some problems with like my hormones, but I've been like, no, it's too expensive. I'm not going to do it. It's like kinesiology, reflexology, but I'm going to give myself that.
Okay.
I do it. Yeah.
And penalty.
I don't know. Do you have any ideas? I would say go surfing because I really don't want to do that.
Oh, but no,
Oh my God.
I want to learn, but I'm so scared.
no. That's fun.
Wait, when I'm gonna come to Bali.
It cannot be something like that because you don't want to associate it with penalty.
That's true. That's true.
Think of, yeah, it has to come from you.
Okay.
So something really annoying for you to do.
Really annoying.
What do you hate doing?
I'll go and run intervals on the beach in the morning.
Same, you know, you can't associate that with negative.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It can be a community service. Please don't jump on those, but like, okay, I go take a broom and for 6 hours in the middle of the day, I'm going to clean the street of Canggu. I'm going to go on the beach and collect the garbage, or I'm going to go and sing a song at Old Man at 6 p.m. You know, and something that is, oh, shit, if I do it, it's terrible, you know, something that really hurts. And then make sure there is a camera to film it.
Okay.
You can think about it, but you need to, you want to come with one? It would be good.
Okay, I'll just give me 2 minutes to think about it. I'll come up with something.
All right. Is there anything else you guys need or like to talk about? You feel pretty resolved? All right. Yeah, we have a small group, so we don't need to go for 2 hours. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
So the previous group, we can watch the recording from the previous group.
It's already in the chat. It's in the chat already. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm posting this so everyone will know about your, you know, challenge. I think everyone should be inspired by that. All right. So you don't have to reply now, Camila. No pressure, but just put that in the.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. Put that, but make sure I want to see it. Yeah. So you have to do it. You have to mention it when you know, and then connect with each other, because the accountability is not with me, is with each other. Okay.
Yeah.
So between you two, that you reach out to each other and you keep accountable of each other to each other. Okay?
I would say that I could do a beach cleanup for 1 hour.
1 hour?
2 hours.
Make it hurt.
It sounds like a pleasure to me.
No, it's really hot here and it's really humid.
No. If you do a beach cleanup, it's for 3 hours and it's from 12 to 3.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, and don't work on your suntan. Huh? That's not the point.
I do it local style with long sleeves and long pants.
Yeah. Please don't use the garbage. Don't use a plastic bag to put it in.
Okay.
Don't create garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't get to do it because I'm going to finish it. So it's okay.
Okay. It's in the group. Yoo-hoo! All right. That's tangible. All right, ladies. Thank you for coming in the call. And I wish you a beautiful rest of today. Bye.
Yeah.